Oh yeah. Welcome back to Lucore Automotive Services. Today is a pretty special day. As you can see, we have ourselves a little bit of a find here. Can you guess what's under that cover? So we are in Long Island, New York, and we are here with a good friend of ours. You actually know this gentleman from the Hot Rod Power Tour in 2021. He was my co-pilot in the AMC AMX. Kerry, which, if you don't remember that, let me show you real quick. I have my good friend Kerry with me. He talked me into doing this. He is equally as stupid as I am because we're taking one of these three things. So that one overheated and blew a radiator a week ago. This one has an MSD problem where the MSD box just randomly shuts itself off. Otherwise, it's reasonably good. And this one decided to have an electrical problem like a week ago and leave me stranded in Athens, like 120 miles from home.
Oh, plus it's an AMC.
And it's an AMC, yeah. So, generally speaking, probably behind the eight ball anyway. So, are you feeling confident?
Hell yeah. Let's take the junkiest one.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to take the AMC.
Hey, everybody.
This is Kerry. And this is Kerry's car.
Oh, yeah.
And Kerry's car is going to be getting out of this thing. This interesting thing that now actually has moss even growing on the top of it.
Yeah, it used to be a cover. Now I think it's got more in common with a boulder in Yellowstone than it does with anything automotive, given the vegetation that's occurring right here.
But under this thing is something very important and significant and has been in Kerry's life for a very, very long time. So, yeah, stay tuned. This is going to be cool. Give me the idea of what this is. What do we have here? Throw it to me.
Do you want me to take the cover off or just?
Sure.
Okay. So this is my 1967 Pontiac GTO, and it is a real 242 VIN GTO. This car, I've owned it since I was 19 years old, which would put it into the mid-90s, and I'm in my mid-40s now, so it hasn't always been sitting here, although I did let it become somewhat of a driveway find. You know, life gets in the way, you don't get to work on stuff as much as you thought, but this was a running car for a long time. I drove this thing everywhere when I could. When I was in the fire department, I used to answer fire calls in it. I drove it to a Bruce Springsteen concert in Buffalo once. That was dumb. That was real dumb. But it's, you know, one of the hard things about restoring a car, I learned everything about old cars from this, because one of the hard things about restoring cars, if you've never done it before, you don't think to check what's available, right? And I love these cars. I love the look of them. When I bought this car in the mid-90s, turns out there's no bodywork available for them at the time. Now you can get everything, but back then, like, finding parts was a matter of finding another car and stealing panels off of it.
Sure.
So you had to hunt that stuff down.
Which it looks like we have some bits and pieces also here.
Oh yeah, I collected a lot of parts for this car over time. There's trim rings, there's new parts, there's old parts, there's stuff to keep it running. This is not a factory Ram Air car, but it is, I don't know if you can see this here, this is actually a Ram Air car now. And not just in having the hood open, but it actually has the tray and everything. The foam that eroded is all gone, but yeah, it's all here. And the goal today is to get this moved to Ohio. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna get spun around, get it loaded up on the trailer. Hopefully it'll start, it'll run, it'll move under its own power, and we don't kill ourselves doing it.
All right, so this is not a revival. This is not a, we found something buried in the yard somewhere or in the trees or in the barn. Kerry's known this car, has been here for a very, very long time.
Oh, I put it here.
He put it here a long time ago. And it should start and run, ish. So this is not going to be that kind of an episode, but this is we're helping Kerry to bring back his toy. And we're going to put it on a trailer and take it back to Ohio so he can begin the process on this '67 GTO. But first, we got to get it running because getting the trailer into this driveway is not an option. So we need to be able to drive it out of this driveway over to where the trailer is. So let's get this thing running.
I do want to show you one thing though, because this is the part that I always love. So this is when I bought this car, it had 60,000 miles on it, which, you know, for an old car was kind of at the end of their service life in those days. But this has never been in an accident. It's never been hit. The one thing I just love about it is, look at how solid that closes. Every panel on this car that opens, the hood, the trunk, the doors, like that, every time. No rattle, no sag. It just pulls open. I mean,
this car's been sitting for a really long time, and it's still better than my AMX.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, the sticker says last on the road, 2013.
Yeah. Well, you've heard me mention that we are the Church of Bad Decisions, and we not only are we making bad decisions, but we encourage our friends to make bad decisions. This is actually a really good decision. To be honest, this car is in really, really good shape.
It's just really dirty.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been sitting around, you know, it's been under a tree for half a decade. So, you know, it's a solid car. It's a lot better than a lot of things that I drive. You know, it's got a warmed up original Pontiac mill in this thing. You know, it's got all the pieces and parts to make this a really cool car, and I'm going to convince Kerry to try to drive this on Power Tour this year. But first we got to get it running and see if it's got fluids in it.
Okay, so let's check. So this is the original Harrison 4-core radiator, and I had this, actually I record this myself.
Oh, it's even got the little Harrison, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah, this is the, right there, see? Well, it's corroded inside, but it's not terrible. Like, there's not a lot of rust. I mean, I guess when we start it up, you'll see a lot of rust come from the block. I do love that GM decided this didn't need to be a red wire, so 2 blacks. That's awesome, right?
Well, we've got electricity. I heard a spark.
Yeah, there's a little pop and crackle. Well, this battery's fresh, so yeah, I don't need to tighten those down.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll work.
It'll be fine.
All right, we got fuel.
I'm gonna stand back over this way.
Ow, fuck. That hurt. I'll have to beat that.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Contact.
Well, technically it ran.
Okay.
You've got some lightning happening here.
Oh yeah, the coil's arcing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That won't be a fire hazard or anything.
Over the area that has, you know,
Copious amounts of fuel.
copious amounts of fuel. Yes, yes.
All right.
No big deal. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Got to work on my New Yorker accent.
So I guess the good news is the train works.
I think you did a small burnout.
Yeah. Brakes are frozen.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's exciting. All right, this is going to be the part where we don't probably film some of this, at least not for our channel. There's going to be some sketchiness going on to be able to get this thing moving. It does start. The transmission does engage. The driver's side wheel looks like it's locked up. The passenger side wheel already did a wee little burnout. So it's getting that Pontiac blood pumping. But we need to get this thing rolling, and it's just starting to rain on us here, so that's awesome. But yes, there are about to be some very questionable activities going on, which we will not film for you. We'll be back with you in a minute.
I plumbed it right into the vent, so it'll work now.
Yeah. This is what could possibly go wrong. Oh look, fuel pouring everywhere out of the carburetor.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me which I desire.
Yeah, we're not going to share this.
Okay.
Be right back with you. Hey! It's alive! Actually sounds pretty good. So we've got the little IV drip thing going on here. Remove the line off of the fuel pump. So instead of using a fuel pump, it's actually just gravity feeding off this. But it is running. Actually sounds not bad. Choke doesn't work, so we're trying to get it up to operating temperature at the moment. But not bad, sir, not bad. We have already moved our very first 2 feet as well. You look down there. So, at least it runs. No power steering fluid. Brakes, yeah, but step 1. Now we just gotta get it to move so we get it on the trailer. I'm excited. Honestly, it sounds pretty good. We don't have a lot of transmission engagement. Reverse seems to be fine. It is still a little skosh low on transmission fluid, but Ford does not seem to be working yet. We are definitely fighting against some C-step brakes, but we don't really want to deal with rebuilding brakes or disconnecting brakes right now. If we have to, we have to, but we're going to hopefully get those brakes to unlock and we can at least move the car around. This is only one of the challenges today. Getting the car on the trailer is just a small portion of it. When Kerry said that he had GTO parts under the house, I didn't exactly know what he meant. I figured probably like, you know, in the basement. No. We'll talk about that in a little bit though. That's pretty good. She's idling.
Huh?
She's idling.
Yeah, it's 190.
Up.
That's it. That's the chop.
That's the idle.
That's the chop.
We do still have a little bit of lightning action going on up there.
Leaking out of the back of the transmission.
Oh.
Guess what I found?
So, as I was saying, Kerry said I have a whole bunch of GTO parts under the house. Yeah, under the house.
Well, the thing about having a car for 20 some odd years is you accumulate stuff. And sometimes you don't always have a place to put that stuff. And that leads you to get creative about where to put stuff. So this old house has a root cellar. And what better place to store all the stuff you've parted out over the years and saved for this car than in a damp root cellar with, you know, a really creepy horror movie trapdoor to get into. So let's get excavating. That'll be fun. Have the tarp over this so the water doesn't get in. I knew it was going to rain last night. And then, I don't know about you guys. Y'all want to go in there? I don't want to go in there. I don't even know if I can fit in there. Look at the mushrooms growing on the bottom of it. This is going to be great. You know what though? We have such big stuff, and this is blocking half the doorway. We should probably move this out of the way. If I can. Let's see here. It's sealed in there, isn't it? Oh. Okay, that's new.
Be right back.
Hey Austin, what was the name of that movie where people went down into tunnels and they found the gateway to hell? Do you remember the name of that movie? I can't think of the name of that movie.
Shut up, Kerry.
So, yeah, this isn't creepy or a horror show at all. Remember, there's a light bulb about a foot
somewhere in there.
Yeah. And
Okay, there's a light bulb.
can you see it?
Yeah.
Just pull the little pull cord.
Almost fell. Got it.
Okay, so here, come get your camera. And this way, you can show everybody the gateway to hell.
Welcome to Kerry's GTO storage location. It's actually surprisingly comfortable down here and dry. But yeah, hey, all you GTO and old timers that store parts, does this look familiar? We're not going to go through all this on this video. If you want to see a bunch of this stuff, you're going to have to go watch this on Kerry's channel because this is not my department. But we do have to get all this stuff out of this. So yeah, whatever.
How you doing? Okay, don't go anymore. Turn the wheel the other way.
You're good.
Transmission flow.
Yeah, that was for me.
Let me pop. Alright, give it a little bit of squirt. More. Open up. You okay?
Great. Ah!
Hold it, hold it.
You've only got a little bit more fuel left in your IV bag. Hold it still. Okay. Perfect. Well, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. We are done loading up. And there was quite a lot of loading to do. As you can see, not only does Kerry have a 1967 Pontiac GTO, he has most of at least one other car. Doors, fenders, quarter panels, glass, interior trim, transmissions. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff. But when you've been working on collecting stuff and trying to restore a car for the better part of your entire life, I think we all can relate. So it is 8 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning here on Long Island, and we have a 9.5 hour drive or so back to Columbus, Ohio, which we will probably be taking rather slowly because there's a whole lot of stuff on the deck, and this is like a 3,600 pound car in the back here, so plus the trunk is full of stuff, so it's probably way more than that. So anyway, if you want to watch more of this, Kerry is going to take on this entire challenge himself, as far as we're aware. His channel on here is going to be Mechanical Advantage Garage, and I'll leave a link in the description below so you guys can check out what he's doing. You know, this is the same kind of thing a lot of you guys do. You take car, you know, you grab a car from somewhere, you take it home, and you try to take care of that challenge yourself. So it should be something you guys can all relate to. Hopefully he can stay on top of this project and keep it moving forward. But if not, he knows we are always just down the road. We can help him out. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. It's been an adventure for sure. Thank you very much to Kerry's parents for hosting us this weekend. Has been a very good time. Got to have some Italian food on Long Island, which was really fun. Yeah, very, very good time here. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. Click on the like button, subscribe, comments, all that stuff. You know how the process goes. Anyway, time for us to drive. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.